What made ordinary people so bold? Acts 4 Bible Study. Have you ever wondered what could make an ordinary person stand before the most powerful people in the country without fear? That's exactly what we see in Acts chapter 4. Peter and John have just healed a man who had been lame from birth. The miracle is undeniable. Everyone knows this man. They have walked past him for years. The religious leaders don't know what to do. They can't deny the miracle. So instead of celebrating what God has done, they arrest the men who pointed people to Jesus. Think about that. The problem wasn't the healed man. The problem was the message. Thousands of people were believing that Jesus really was the promised Messiah, the same Jesus they had crucified. Peter stands before the very men who had condemned Jesus only weeks earlier. This is the same Peter who once denied even knowing Christ. Now listen to his boldness. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. What changed? Peter wasn't suddenly fearless. He had been with the risen Christ. He had been forgiven and had been filled with the Holy Ghost. God took a fisherman and made him a fearless witness. One verse in this chapter has really stayed with me. The religious leaders looked at Peter and John and realized they were unlearned and ordinary men. But then they noticed something else. They took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. I love that. They weren't impressed by Peter's education. They were confronted by his relationship with Christ. Can people tell that we've been with Jesus? Not because we know all the answers or because we can win every argument, but because our lives have been changed by him. There's something else that amazes me. When Peter and John are released, the church gathers to pray. They don't ask God to remove the persecution or ask for an easier life. They ask for boldness. They pray, "Lord, grant unto thy servants that with all boldness they may speak thy word." What a prayer! Instead of asking God to change their circumstances, they ask him to change them. Maybe that's the challenge for us today. Instead of praying, "Lord, make my life easier," maybe we should pray, "Lord, help me be faithful wherever you've placed me." Because the same God who gave Peter boldness is still at work today. If he could transform a fisherman who once denied Christ into a man who would boldly proclaim his name before kings and rulers, imagine what he can do with a heart that is fully surrendered to him.